So, what if getting rich had nothing to do with luck or grinding away for 80 hours a week? Today, we're going to dive into the principles of wealth creation from one of the sharpest minds out there, Naval Ravikant. We're going to break down the big ideas from his modern classic, The Almanack of Naval Ravikant. All right, let's just jump right in with a really important question. I want you to think about your own life for a sec. Are you just trading your time for money? Because according to Naval, if the answer is yes, you're basically playing a game that's rigged against you from the start. You know we all hear it, right? There are two ways to get rich. You either grind yourself to the bone working these crazy hours, or you get that 1 in a million lucky break. But what if that's all wrong? What if both of those are just dead ends? What if the real secret isn't about how hard you work, but about making sure you're playing the right game in the first place? And this quote, man, this really gets to the core of it all. Making money isn't just something you do. It's a skill you actually have to learn. It's a total mindset shift away from trading your hours for dollars. Think of it like learning a language of wealth. And you know what the best part is? It's a skill that anyone, and I mean anyone, can pick up. Okay, so where do we even start with learning this skill? Well, it all begins with a really big shift in how you think. First things first, we've got to get super clear on the difference between three words we throw around all the time but often get mixed up: wealth, money, and status. So let's break these down, right? Money, that's just how we pass value back and forth. It's like an IOU from society. Status, that's all about where you fit in the social hierarchy, the pecking order. But wealth, wealth is the real prize. That's the one that actually buys you freedom. Wealth really is freedom. Think about it. It's the business that's making sales while you're sleeping. It's the software that's helping customers while you're on a beach somewhere. It's your investments quietly growing in the background. It's literally anything that works for you so you don't have to. It breaks that direct link between your time and your income. And look, this difference is absolutely crucial. See, the status game is what we call a zero-sum game. For me to move up, someone else has to move down. It's competitive. But creating wealth, that's a positive-sum game. You can create something new that makes life better for your customers, for society, and hey, for you too. Everybody can win. Now, there's a big mental block we have to talk about too. If deep down you have this secret belief that making money is, evil or something, you're going to sabotage yourself without even realizing it. You just can't win a game that you fundamentally don't want to play. All right, so if we're treating wealth like a skill, what are the tools we need? Well, Naval lays out these 3 key levers that you need to master to make it all happen. I want you to think of these 3 things as the foundation of your whole wealth-building machine. You need all 3, and what's really cool is how they work together to amplify each other. So let's get into them. First up is specific knowledge. I know this isn't about what you learned in school or memorized for a test. This is stuff that can't be taught. It comes from your own genuine curiosity, your passions, your weird obsessions. You know that thing you do where you totally lose track of time? That thing that feels like pure fun to you, but everyone else looks at it and thinks, wow, that looks like hard work. That is your specific knowledge. That's your superpower. Okay, number 2 is accountability. This is a big one. It just means putting your name on the line, taking risks publicly under your own name. When you do that, you take the blame if things go wrong, but you also get all the credit when they go right. And that credit builds a reputation, which is what gets you the resources for our third and final lever, which is leverage. Man, leverage is the ultimate game changer. It's a force multiplier. It's the thing that completely shatters that link between your input and your output. In the old days, leverage meant having money, capital, or having people work for you, labor. But the most powerful form of leverage today is something totally new. It's permissionless. It's products that you can replicate 1,000,000 times with almost zero extra cost. Just think about how opportunity has changed, right? To get capital or to hire people, you needed someone's permission. You had to get a loan or convince investors. But today, with code and media, an app, a blog, a YouTube channel, you don't need anyone's permission. You can just do it. This is the great equalizer. You can literally build an army of tiny digital robots that work for you around the clock, and you don't have to ask anyone for the green light. So having the right tools is awesome, but it's only half the battle. The really massive wins, the life-changing stuff, that comes from playing the long game, from being patient and sticking with it. And you have to understand this core idea. Compound interest isn't just for money in a bank account. It applies to everything. Your reputation compounds over time. Your relationships compound. Your knowledge compounds. All the biggest payoffs in life come from this effect. They don't come from jumping around from project to project. They come from sticking with something long enough to see that incredible exponential growth. And this goes right back to what we said at the very beginning. If you're just renting out your time, your income is always going to be a straight line. To get that exponential curve, that hockey stick growth we were just talking about, you have to own equity, a piece of a business. That's how you tap into both leverage and compounding. And honestly, it's the only real way to achieve true financial freedom. So you might be thinking, okay, but what about luck? Doesn't that play a part? And yeah, it does. But Naval has this amazing way of breaking it down. He says there are 4 kinds of luck. One is just blind luck, hoping a lightning bolt strikes. The second is luck from hustling. You're running around so much you stumble into opportunities. The third is luck from preparation. You get so good at what you do, you can spot the lucky breaks that other people miss. But then there's the final level. And this is where you build a character and a brand so unique that opportunities literally seek you out. At that point, you're not just getting lucky, you are making your own luck. And this all leads to the ultimate secret weapon, the ultimate way to win: authenticity. Just being yourself. Because when you do that, you're not competing anymore. No one on the planet can compete with you at being you. The whole idea of competition just melts away. You're in a category of one. So this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, and maybe the most important one. What's the point of all this? Why are we even trying to build wealth in the first place? Well, Naval completely redefines what retirement even means. It's not about hitting age 65. It's not a number. It's a state of being. It's the moment you stop sacrificing today for some imaginary tomorrow. You're retired when your today is complete all by itself. Maybe that's because your assets pay for your lifestyle, or maybe it's just because you love what you do so much it doesn't feel like work anymore. And this is where it all clicks. All those things we talked about, your specific knowledge, being authentic, using leverage, they're all pointing to one single goal: finding work that feels like play. Once you've found that, the number in your bank account honestly doesn't matter as much. You've already won. Because at the end of the day, this whole journey to get rich, it was never really about the money. It's about getting your time back. It's about finding what you were meant to do. It's about being free. The money, that just ends up being a really nice side effect of living a life that's truly yours. So we're going to leave you with the one question that really starts this whole engine. Your answer to this is the key. It's the seed for your specific knowledge, for your authenticity, and for your freedom. So the question is simple. What work feels like play to you?